Hello, are you a boomer or beginner looking to learn how to play Fortnite? Do your kids play Fortnite and you just don't understand what the game is about or how to play? You come to the right place. I am Swappy, and here is your beginner's guide to Fortnite. Now, Fortnite is a great game to play, and there is no better time to play it. With skill-based matchmaking, even you as a beginner or a boomer like myself can play, have fun, and get some victory royales. Now, Fortnite is one of those fun games where dumb stuff like this can happen. But if you don't know how to play, things like this will happen. Little Billy dancing on you is never fun. So if you want to get some of these, watch this video and we'll teach you how. Let's start with game modes. Fortnite is a battle royale style game, meaning that the last person or team to survive wins. Similar to Hunger Games or Highlander, where there can only be one. There are four main game modes, meaning one, the public games, which can be anywhere from solos, duos, trios, and squads. The competitive games, there's limited time modes, and then last but not least is creative, which allows you to practice. Moving to locker, this is where all of your skins and gear that you use. Now, none of this gives you a competitive advantage, but where really a lot of the funness comes into Fortnite, where you can buy really outrageous skins and harvesting tools and back bling, and your glider, which allows you to travel when you're in the air. Then there's emotes, which, as you can hear, can be really annoying and funny at the same time. Here is the item store where, if you're like me, you're going to end up spending a lot of money, so be careful. Now let's move on to the HUD where you'll see during gameplay. Starting with the map, we see a timer that tells us how long until the next storm moves or how much more time left in the storm, number of players remaining, number of eliminations you have, or assist. Bottom left-hand corner is your health and your shield. 200 is the best. You want to keep this up as high as you can. Last but not least is your inventory. Starting at the top is gold used to purchase items, and then materials, wood, brick, and metal used for building. Your different types of builds that we'll talk about later, and your inventory of weapons, shields, and heals. Moving on to landing, this is one of the most important things to learn, as it will dictate how long you survive as a beginner. Looking at the full map, you can see the bus line, which shows the path of the bus. The locations closest to the bus line are going to be the ones that the most people drop, followed by the next section of yellow, where not as many people will drop, but still a significant amount. And then furthest away from the bus line and later in the bus line are the safest places to drop. In Chapter 2, Season 5, this is the one place you do not want to drop. Oh, the blood. Oh, the carnage. Back to landing. What you want to do is, once you get to about 1,000 meters away, jump off the bus and go pretty steeply down. It'll take a little practice, but you'll get the hang of it after a few tries. Next up is looting. This is the first thing you want to do once you land. Here's a chest. It usually contains a gun, ammo, some materials, and some type of heal or shield. This here is called floor loot. It's just out there in the open. And here's an ammo box. It's pretty self-explanatory. Here is a supply drop. Usually it includes a good weapon and some shield or health. Last but not least is a llama. It contains 350 of each material. But please remember, be kind to the llama. Search it, do not hit it. Now that you've looted a few weapons, you want to move on to farming. Similar to Minecraft, you can farm materials such as wood, brick, and metal. When you're farming, be sure to hit that blue circle there, which will help you collect materials faster and more of them. Materials will be used for different builds that can be used for climbing up or protecting yourself. Now that you have materials, you're going to want to build, and this is what really separates Fortnite from every other game out there and makes it really, really fun, yet challenging. Building is not something that you can easily learn in the middle of a game. Luckily, there's this creative mode that we're showing you now that allows you to practice. The build types are a wall, floor, cone, and stairs. You'll use all these as part of your builds. Each build type can be edited to change its form, such as a wall can have a window or a door, or just make it a partial wall, which allows you to protect yourself while still having an opportunity to shoot your opponent. Now, editing is not something that I recommend beginning players get into, but it's something as you learn and play the game more, you're going to want to do, as it will give you a very distinct advantage over players who do not know how to build. Here you can see the common edit types that you can do with each of the materials. We'll dive deeper into the different types of builds and edits in future videos. Few common builds to start with are ramp and wall, or just a wall. Use this to protect yourself when fighting an opponent. This will give you a distinct advantage to give you cover when they shoot back at you. Another common build is a 1x1, used to protect yourself when healing so you don't get shot, or if you need to go grab a snack. Yum. Next up is fighting. We're going to start with the main weapons in the game. First is the shotgun. Depending on the season, there are different types, but all are used for close combat. Second is the assault rifle, or AR. It's primarily used for distance shooting. This weapon is used a ton in the game, and if you have good aim, it will do a lot of damage. Third is a submachine gun, or SMG. Use this for close combat or to break builds. Last is the sniper, and as a boomer or beginner, this gun is a lot of fun and a great equalizer, as a single headshot will eliminate your opponent. Moving on to how to fight. The most important thing to learn is what we call the right hand peek. Because the third person view, your player is a little left of center, you have the ability to peek to the right and shoot your opponent without exposing your player to return fire, or worst case, limit how much your player is visible by your opponent. Alternatively, avoid peeking from the left side. You also want to be the initiator. By shooting and hitting your opponent first, you take away key health, which could be the difference in you winning or losing the fight. Another strategy is to use the shoot then build a wall or ramp pattern repeatedly. This will allow you to hit your opponent while blocking their shots with your builds. A variation of this strategy is to build first to protect yourself while you get into position, then edit or run around your build to make a more protected shot. After some practice, you'll get more comfortable with building while fighting and will start to overbuild. This is okay and part of your growth as a player. The goal here is to build to protect yourself while also trying to get clear shots on your opponent, while taking as little damage in return. As you get better, the number of builds you use will decrease. And if all else fails, learn how to swap your weapons really quickly. This really impresses Little Billy. Lastly, here are a few tips to getting that dub. When you first start playing Fortnite, the game will be full of AI or computer-controlled players. These bots are slow and don't aim well. Find them and eliminate. You may land next to another player. If this happens, grab the first available weapon. Floor loot is the best, and start shooting. It may not be pretty, but hey, you're still alive. If you hear gunfire, look for the fight. You may be able to swoop in towards the end of the fight and get an easy elim. This is called third partying and is another way of getting an easy elimination by taking advantage of your opponent with reduced health. It also has the added benefit of annoying Little Billy. You gotta love that. When you rotate or move throughout the map, you may want to avoid named places, especially early on, as there'll be more players there than unnamed places. This will allow you to survive longer and get into the zone safely before the storm closes. At some point while playing, you'll find yourself in the storm. Don't worry, it won't kill you right away, but the health it takes does increase the longer you are in the game. It's best to find transportation like a car or river to quickly get out of the storm. Bushes are a great place to heal up or ambush someone. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. This is a battle royale game, and survival is king. Last and most importantly, if you get that dub, do not forget to dance, especially if your opponent is watching. They just lost to a boomer. Well, that's it for me. If you liked this video or if it helped you at all learn how to play Fortnite, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of this beginning type content. And if you have any questions, post them down below or see me live on Twitch Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at twitch.tv/swappy, spelled with a 5. Until next time, take care. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I'm dead. Fudge. I just Tim the Tap Man.